The world doesn't owe you a blueprint, a shortcut, or a guarantee. If you're waiting for someone to hand you the keys to your destiny, you'll be waiting your whole life. The truth is brutal but empowering. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to build your vision for you. If you want to change your life, if you want to ignite a legacy, break chains, and create something extraordinary, it starts with one bold decision to lead your own revolution. Revolutions aren't born from comfort zones. They're forged in fire, through struggle, through pain, through resistance. You don't need approval. You need courage. You don't need permission. You need purpose. The people who transform the world are the ones who dare to first transform themselves. They refuse to let fear dictate their future. They challenge their own limits and demand more from life. Are you willing to lead? Not follow, not wait, not wish. Lead, because no one can fight your battles like you can. No one can rise from your ashes but you. Lead your own revolution and let the world feel your fire. Every excuse you make is a chain around your potential. Every time you say, it's not the right time, you delay your greatness. Comfort is the killer of revolutions. And the revolution you need to lead isn't out there. It's in here, inside your chest, burning like a storm, waiting to erupt. Your revolution is personal. It's the decision to say enough. Enough of shrinking yourself. Enough of playing small. Enough of waiting for stars to align. The battlefield is your life, and you are both the warrior and the general. It starts with mastering your mind, because every revolution begins with belief. If you don't believe in your right to be powerful, to be relentless, to be unstoppable, then who will? Take ownership. Stand in the mirror and declare war on mediocrity. Declare war on doubt, on fear, on everything they told you you'd never be. There is a force inside you screaming to be unleashed. Don't silence it. Feed it. Fan it. Follow it into the fight of your life. Revolutions are messy. They're chaotic. They demand sacrifice. If you're searching for easy, you're not ready. If you want overnight success, you're still asleep. Because building something real, something that lasts, requires pain, perseverance, and pressure. You have to be willing to bleed for what you believe in. You have to be willing to outlast the doubts, the failures, and the voices that try to drown you. Leadership is lonely. You'll be misunderstood, mocked, ignored. But revolutions aren't about popularity. They're about impact, about changing the narrative of your own life. You don't need to shout louder. You need to walk stronger. Show them what's possible when someone refuses to quit. Show them what one soul on fire can do. Tear down the old version of yourself, brick by brick, and rebuild something fearless. You are not here to survive. You are here to set the standard. Don't chase trends. Don't follow crowds. Create your own movement, your own mission, your own mark, and never look back. The world is full of followers, people who wait for someone else to make the first move, but not you. You weren't made to blend in. You weren't built to conform. Deep inside, you know you were meant for something more. That's not arrogance. That's awareness. That's your inner leader calling. Your revolution doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It's not about fame, applause, or approval. It's about refusing to accept a life that doesn't set your soul on fire. It's about saying, I won't let my fears speak louder than my dreams. When you lead your own revolution, you don't wait for the conditions to be perfect. You create the conditions. You don't wait for confidence. You earn it through action. The storms will come. The doubt will rise. But that's when you rise higher. That's when you remember who you are and why you started. You weren't born to break. You were born to break through. Take the first step, even if your voice trembles and your knees shake. That step might just become the roar that starts a movement. You can't borrow someone else's passion. You can't fake fire. Your revolution has to be real. It has to come from the deepest, rawest part of you. This isn't about motivation for a moment. It's about transformation for a lifetime. When you decide to lead your revolution, you stop blaming the past. You stop fearing failure. You stop letting people's opinions define your worth. You wake up and take responsibility. You rise and take back your power. The same power they tried to convince you didn't have. You do have it. You always have. You just have to believe it enough to act on it. Don't wait for the stars to align. Be the explosion that rearranges the sky. Don't ask for the door to open. Build your own house and set the foundation in stone. Your fire, your focus, your fight, it's all you need. No one can want it more than you. No one can walk it but you. This is your mission. This is your moment. This is your revolution. Lead it with all you've got. You were not given this life to merely exist. You were given it to create, to rise, to rebel against the limits that others placed on you, to challenge the narrative that says you can't, you won't, you never will. The revolution you lead will not just change your world, it will shake the worlds of those watching you. Because when you choose to rise, others remember they can too. When you choose to fight, others gather courage from your scars. Every time you get back up, you give others permission to do the same. So don't underestimate the power of your comeback. Don't downplay the strength of your struggle. The fire that nearly broke you is the same fire that forged you. Own it. Lead with it. Burn with it. You are not a product of your pain. You are a product of your power. Every setback, every heartbreak, every rejection, it's not the end. It's your evolution. It's the evidence that your story is still being written. And it's going to be legendary. You don't need a crowd to start a revolution. You just need conviction. The world has seen enough noise. It's starving for authenticity. Real power isn't loud. It's unshakable. It's the calm in your eyes when the world expects you to crumble. It's the stillness in your heart when chaos tries to steal your peace. That's the kind of strength you lead with. Not just when you're winning, but especially when you're wounded. Because anyone can celebrate on the mountaintop. But the true leaders are forged in the valleys, in the dark, in the silence, when no one's cheering. That's when character is built. That's when purpose is refined. When you commit to your revolution, you stop needing validation. You become your own source, your own fire, your own force. And with every step you take, you make it clearer to the world. I'm not here to fit in. I'm here to rise. Let them watch. Let them doubt. But never let them distract you. You've got a fire to feed and a revolution to lead. Every day you wake up is another battle between the voice of fear and the voice of freedom. One wants you quiet. The other wants you roaring. One keeps you chained to comfort. The other calls you to courage. And only one will win. That's the revolution. The internal war no one else sees. The choice to keep going when you feel like giving up. The decision to act even when your hands shake and your heart screams. Run. You don't become a leader by avoiding fear. You become a leader by facing it. By standing toe-to-toe with everything trying to break you and saying, not today. You are not a prisoner of your past. You are the architect of your future. But only if you choose to be. Only if you fight for it, bleed for it, and refuse to let it slip through your fingers. Let the fire inside you burn brighter than the storm around you. Lead your own revolution, like your life depends on it, because it does. You are a force of nature. Don't you ever forget that. You were not made to be tamed, silenced, or small. You were made to roar, to rise, to revolutionize everything you touch. But it starts within. Before you can change the world, you have to change how you see yourself. See yourself as unstoppable. See yourself as the hero in your story, not the victim. See yourself as capable of miracles, even in the middle of the mess. Because the revolution doesn't start when things are perfect. It starts when you decide that you are enough, right now, as you are, and as you grow. Lead with love. Lead with fire. Lead with the unshakable belief that no matter how hard it gets, you will not be broken. You were not born to be average. You were born to be legendary. And legends don't wait for change. They become the change. So rise up, lock eyes with the storm, and lead your own revolution, fiercely, fearlessly, fully alive.